We have seen Pulse come down rather aggressively here over the last couple of weeks, but a nice pump with the rest of the market over the last few days. We have Pulse at 4 zeros and a 4.9 right now. We have PulseX at 4 zeros, 275. Incentive at $2 even. Hex is at 1.4 cents and eHex at 0.002, just a tad below that. But things have been moving up here over the last day again with the rest of crypto and everything. And people have been wondering, like, going into the big motion to dismiss hearing tomorrow, even though we're going to see some cool sites. We already know Nuclear Herbs is there. We saw him by the bull on Wall Street. We know that he's up there. We're going to see more and more stuff spill out, which I'm so excited for over the next 24 hours and beyond. But we're not really going to get any, concrete news for quite some time. I mean, it's going to be weeks until we hear the judge's ruling on this, whether that this hearing or this trial or case basically is dismissed, or that it's going to go forward and, it'll be months down the road until the next hearing and yada, yada, yada. So, regardless of getting into that specific topic right now, in terms of the chart, if you want to look at Pulse basically first there, yeah. What are you seeing here, Ewok? Because we were talking last week when prices were even below here that we had a lot of history at these levels. It was like at 4.5, I believe, at the time. We came down as low as 4.2, I believe, and now bounced back up towards about 50% off of SAC rate of 0001. So again, a lot of history here. So what are you seeing here with this bounce?
Yeah, no, it's looking strong as well. We did find a support level here where we had found support back in September. Also support here back in June. So it is it's a popular level. There was support here in December, and then some resistance back here in September, right about where we were at. So in this range. It bounced right off of there, so now it's finding support again. Hopefully this leg up, and I guess we'll have to wait to see if we can break through this 5.8 range. If it does that, then the next leg up could be anywhere between 7.8 and 8.5, 8.7, something like that. To where I'm seeing some more action in this zone. Could be the 0.5 range could also be a little more resistance again. This is half of the essentially half of the sacrifice price. But I think a lot of these mental levels is that's all they are. It's just mental numbers. It's like Hex was with a penny for the longest time, right? And sometimes getting through them is a little difficult. So, we are literally right there, though, to break through half of the sacrifice price. I think it will. I think it will bust up again. And then, like I said, we're looking out for this 0.58, 0.59 number, or 4 zeros, 5.8, 5.9 area. And hopefully we get through there and just set a new higher low, essentially, is what we're looking for, and a new higher high. So, yeah, it's looking good. Structurally, these things go in waves, so you can go the one. If you break it down into the different waves, you could call this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Could easily go up. So they're usually in 5 stages. So hopefully, I think the 3 is usually the stronger of them. But this market is still fairly new. Don't forget it's just over a year old. So there's not a whole lot of structure to look at. We're just looking at recent levels where there was activity. Now, hopefully, a lot of that activity has been, we kept saying, wash them out, get rid of the people that had too much of it and didn't believe long term. So hopefully that has happened, and these future run-ups can go a little bit smoother than before, when there was a lot of people that were bag holders that had a lot to sell. So that's what I'm seeing. I think volume isn't all that crazy. We definitely need some more activity to happen. But I think we're really close to that happening. Again, this 5.8, 5.9 level is super critical, I think.
I think so too. And you said something very interesting there. It's just like how quickly this can move. And I mean, we talk about this all the time. I mean, we saw it when it came off of the revisiting the previous bottoms. I mean, all those green candles right there in the chart, just looking whenever we were at the new all-time lows. Not that it was by that significant of a percentage, but when we were at those new lows, I mean, we just bulleted off of there for a few weeks. So, that's why, I mean, I always talk about it, but like the minute that I have any kind of fresh capital, any fresh fiat or anything, I'm not playing this bullshit game of like, well, I'm going to wait until next week because Bob Lucas said the cycle low might be then, or well, the moon and, the blood harvest, all that stuff. I'm just not going to wait for it. So I'm just basically aping anytime I can under sack rate because they can, this stuff moves at breakneck speed and I don't want to miss any of that. And if I do, okay, but I'm not going to, we're in a bull market now. That's the most important thing I think to think of is like the trend overall is up. It's not 2022 anymore. I mean, I remember buying like an idiot back in 2022, not just, Hex, but other stuff. And it's just, falling knife. It's like, because you're in that horrible trend. Everything is crashing and burning. People are going to jail. These, centralized bullshit things are, getting found out basically by the courts and stuff like that. You have all these horrible things crashing and burning. And now we're not in that trend anymore. We're totally in an uptrend. So, I mean, I'm not going to split hairs. Yeah, I saw that. Urban Productions, appreciate that. Well, that's why I did start putting BB anyway, on the display. So
we're getting him out of that broke boy status. So.
Yeah, I got to get it to scarcity mindset. I got to get out of that mindset. So yeah.
So you're telling me you don't rely on horoscopes and your tarot card readings
believe it or not
to make your buys?
Believe it or not, I don't. No, it is tempting sometimes. And I am a Leo, so I don't know what that means, but
I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't either.
But yeah, I'm not really that into that. I know some people are. Jewish holidays, not discriminating against Jews. It's been out there. Other holidays, all kinds of different stuff. So I'm not really that into that. So yeah, I think that we could just move completely out of nowhere, and people need to recognize that.
Right.
Were there any other? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna switch over to the PulseX, the PulseX price against Pulse, and see how we're looking there. I haven't looked at it yet, so this will definitely be this is moving up nicely too. I mean, there really hasn't been, other than your occasional pullbacks here. We're still looking rather strong with this one. It looks good.